Hi, so here we are. I'm going to show you today how to connect to the latest file in the database. So here I'm going to connect to SharePoint and find out which one is the latest file and then import it to the Excel sheet that you see here. So yeah, here I'm at home. I go to data. See a lot of different options to fetch data. I can select all these as well, and because I'm connecting from web, I could do web as well. But here you go with a lot of drop down options, and then I go to from file and then connect it to SharePoint folder. One thing to notice is when you connect to a SharePoint folder, you only need to name the folder, not point it to the file. So you see, it's not like I have an extension XLS or XLSM which points to the file itself. So I say, okay, this is a URL and let me connect it. So it says okay and doing something, and then it's saying it's asking me to wait, which when opens the connection, right? So it is a bigger database there, but it could only show me this. Again, my aim here is to find out the latest file and then import it here. So that's where I'm gonna say allow me to transform the data. So with this transform data, we'll go to the Power Query Editor. So here is the Power Query Editor. Once you are there in Power Query Editor, you can transform and filter the files that you want, and then uh, yeah, and then get back to Excel, and that kind of consolidates as one code which you can reuse to do the same thing, right? So yes, I have a lot of files here. My first step would be to remove all these null, or maybe a step forward, because I know that the file that I'm looking for is a macros file. So I'll just say that unselect all and then select XLSM, the file that I want to do. So this kind of sorts all the files. So it is a lot of steps inside that, right? So you see, I connected it only till ES, and then it could go further inside and find out all the possible paths to get an XLSM file. Okay, running to the point again, I'm trying to get the latest file. So I have two columns here talking about the date and time. So one is date modified, the other one is date created. So I can have both of them or none of them, right? So what I think is date modified would always be after date created. So this gives me still the latest version. So that's where I'm gonna say date modified. So I want to select it and then sort it in a descending order. Descending order is from now to history. So you see the 6th March, which is today, happens to be the latest file. Now what I'm gonna do is once I have all this, it is well sorted. Now I want to select the first one, but I don't want to name the file or hard code the file name in the query. So what I'll do is I'll say keep rows and keep top rows. So I'm gonna keep some of the top rows and remove all. But because here's the hack, right? So you want the latest one and you have already sorted it, so you keep only the first one of your interest. So everything else is gone. You see the first one is here. Now, when you have this file here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna select the content because you want to read inside it, right? So once you select the content, you can go and say combine. It tends to combine all the files listed here, but you have already played the hack. It's just one file here, so you combine it. And once you do the combine, you're back to your own query, and that gives you the latest file without naming the folder where it's located. So this is good, right? This is good already, helping us to get dynamic folder reach, and you don't need to be changing the file name every time. What I'll do is once this gets loaded, I'll also show you how to check that this is the latest one. So this is already connecting to Excel. Once it connects to Excel, I'm gonna say that I want to transform it more. I just want to look at the query and see that the name of the file is not hard coded anywhere. So yeah, taking some time. It's internet and important things. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna select something. When it comes here, I'm gonna say transform again. I'm just gonna say okay, and then I get back to query editor and it opens the file that I was looking for. So once it's there, I'm just trying to show you that the file name is not hard coded anywhere. Okay, so yes, taking some time. Oh, the time. It's just the internet, right? There is so much interesting stuff to do, but we have to wait till it completes the loading. Oh my God, we could have done so much better if the internet was just there without lag anywhere. All right, so it's still loading now. I have the table here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just trying to find out how do I look at the advanced editor, and this brings me the query, right? So you see, it says I filtered the row, I sorted the row, I kept the first row, and then select the table from there. So no file name anywhere, and here we are. Super happy, done with the query. Thank you. I'm just gonna say bye bye.